a 30-day ruck is going to create disruption in your life. That's going to be a good thing. And when people in your life see that disruption, it's going to create a conversation. Man up and have that conversation well, because when you show them that you're vulnerably trying to become a better man, that will be an awesome influence on your wife, your kids, and everyone you do business with.
Welcome to the Four Fires Podcast, where we talk about winning in all four of the essential areas of life.
Welcome back to another episode of the Four Fires Podcast. Again, I'm talking with my friend Matt Butler, and today's topic is going to be about the 30-day ruck. Matt is a 30-day ruck veteran. Matt, thanks for being on the show again. If you will, give just another brief introduction of who you are, and then when did you do the ruck, and what level did you choose?
Okay, thanks, Jeff. My name is Mathew Butler. I'm 44, going on 44. I have a wife. I have 3 kids. I'm a professional consultant. Most weeks I work more than I want to. I have some good friends. I go to church. I grew up on the south side of Atlanta, and I am trying to become a good man.
So then when did you do the 30-day ruck?
May of 2023.
And then what level did you choose?
I did a level 2, and that was based on some of the circumstances going on in my life. And Jeff was awesome in giving me some flexibility with that and helping me sort of customize the ruck and the experience while also still staying connected to the group and very much engaged with the group. So anyway, that was a blessing to be able to kind of focus on some areas that were specific to me and my unique situation.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, the 30-day ruck is a 30-day challenge for living 4-dimensionally. And we have 3 different levels, and the reason for that is we want to be able to meet people where they are. But level 1, it's the easiest 30-day ruck, and we talk about awareness, ownership, and discipline in the 4 fires. And the level 1 is mostly about helping you gain awareness and start taking some ownership and practicing a little bit of discipline. There's just fewer tasks, and it's just the easiest level of the 30-day ruck. Level 2, of course, is a step up, and level 3 is no joke. Level 3 is meant to be extremely hard. It's meant to be like a boot camp type experience where it's super intense for those 4 weeks or those 30 days. Level 2 is also challenging. It's just not quite as challenging as level 3. So, Matt, yeah, you did level 2, and it was a little bit of a customized ruck in a way to meet your specific needs, and that's definitely something that we can do for you. If you're out there and you'd like to participate in a 30-day ruck, we run one just about every single month of the year, and so if you reach out, send us a DM or send us a message, send me an email at info@4-fires.com, and I'd love to get in contact with you and talk about getting you signed up for a 30-day ruck. So, Matt, what did you get out of the 30-day ruck?
I think most people in our culture are normally looking to find that rut that we've been driving in for the past few years that's comfortable and easy. And I'm no different than everyone else in that regard, even though I like to think I'm a really ambitious, disciplined, proactive, intentional person. The reality is every single person has opportunity for growth, opportunity to gain, opportunity to better optimize what I'm doing so I can better meet my calling. So that was totally me, particularly that moment, and places where I needed I'll call it an intentional or dramatic disruption to reorient my goals, my focus.
In your words, avoid the natural drift of falling into your own ruts.
The natural drift towards the easy.
Towards the easy, yes.
Like you guys say, the easy door is usually not the right door.
Growth and comfort rarely coexist.
So true, so true. So to answer your question a little bit further, in order to get to that growth, you have to have some awareness that there's growth opportunity. And so that was probably the biggest thing for me. And even it's now, almost 5 or 6 months ago that happened. Mm-hmm. Just a couple days ago, I thought, where am I at in my discipline for today and my plan on how to be successful with my day today? And I remembered back to what I was doing during the ruck, and it was just a different level of discipline and ambition to be who I wanted to be that day. And
that's awesome.
so it was a hey, I need to get back there.
Yeah, I would say that's true for me too, because I've been through the ruck twice, and what I gained most was what you said, of the awareness of, I think it's like raising your internal thermostat of what's acceptable, or at least knowing what's required to be the man that you want to be.
You can just go get on your treadmill for 15 minutes every day, or you can go back to the gym and see other people in the gym, because you're actually having real, authentic conversation about where your strengths and weaknesses are. And you remember, oh yeah, man, God built me to be way bigger, way more powerful, way more conditioned than I am right now.
Was the ruck difficult?
It was. I think it's supposed to be difficult, right? That's the intentional disruption. If it's easy, you're probably not growing, like we already talked about. So yeah, it was difficult.
What was the point of you doing the ruck, or why did you do it?
Complacency is a really terrible circumstance. It's a terrible word. The ruck was an opportunity for me to move away from complacency and towards a better version of me, a better version of my life, a better version for my family, for my business, for everything else. So that was the drive for me.
Did you find that there was value in doing the ruck with other men?
I think we were built intentionally to do life with other people. And so if you want to grow in life, having people to walk alongside in doing that well, I think is critical to the ruck experience. To show up and feel like you are doing something to help others, and that they're also doing something to help you if everyone's open, willing, vulnerable, and authentic.
In May, when you went through the ruck, I was the facilitator, and I know that there were several times during our weekly Zoom calls where you would challenge or encourage or hold someone accountable in the best way possible, and you would be the one, I'll call it influencing. But then there were other times, maybe in the same call 5 minutes later, where somebody that was going through the ruck with you was then influencing you. And so I think one of the great things about the ruck is it creates an opportunity to influence and be influenced by these other men that are wanting to live this four-dimensional life with you. Would you agree with that?
Totally agree with that. But what I would also say is one of the great takeaways from a ruck is the reminder of why we do that and how we do that. Because that exchange which you just described is pretty darn uncommon for men in today's culture and world.
And the ruck creates that opportunity.
It creates it. It reminds you of how to do it. And like we were talking about before, if you don't have men helping you embody that, and you're not doing that in a trusted environment, when you get to your business place or at your home or in your extended family or within your friendships, you're not going to be able to do that for them.
Yeah. On top of all that we just talked about, what's one piece of advice that you would want to give on the importance for a man to join in and do a 30-day ruck?
There's so many different things that I could say. I'm finding it difficult to narrow it down to just one. But I would say a 30-day ruck is going to create disruption in your life. That's going to be a good thing. And when people in your life see that disruption, it's going to create a conversation. Man up and have that conversation well, because when you show them that you're vulnerably trying to become a better man, that will be an awesome influence on your wife, your kids, and everyone you do business with. The one thing that I would think about is, why not do it as often as you think is valuable? Or that other men in your life might think is valuable for you because they've been giving you feedback. It's not something you do once and you figure it out. It's something that you're trying to learn about how to do as a sustainable activity and measure and movement for the rest of your life. So signing up for another ruck, a second ruck, a 10th ruck, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
If you're feeling like it might be a good idea for your life. It's about embracing the mindset, not accomplishing a goal. The reality for me in my life, there's not many seasons that go by where an intentional disruption wouldn't be valuable for me.
Matthew, thanks again for coming on and sharing your experience and your thoughts and your wisdom about what the 4 Fires and the 30-Day Ruck has done for you. And if any of you listeners are out there, you want to join a community of men that are wanting to live 4-dimensionally, or you want to sign up for a 30-Day Ruck, there's going to be links in the description for you to click on. You can send us a DM on social media or send an email to info@4-fires.com. That emails can be found in the description as well. I challenge you, seek to go the opposite of the natural drift, or go the opposite of what's easy, and seek to bring in the intentional disruption into your life. I like those words, Matthew. So thank you so much, and I hope this was valuable for you guys. And go live intentionally, and we'll see you on the next episode of the 4 Fires podcast.